So Project Diesel bike, the brewing bucket's arrived. Oh, we've got a brew on. Put some coffee in there so you can see that fluid in there. That's how much activity we've got after one day. We've got 1.5 litres of plant fertiliser, half a kilo of spray malt, a kilo of sugar, so, and some hops, and some essence of what was it? Fern, which is something that they used in the colonial times in America. So that is the beer that they would have drunk about 200 years ago. So, rest of the Project Diesel bike. We've got some black paint, give that a wire brush. Caught me in bloody knee with the wire brush as well. Not good. We've got some paint from... I've looked around for black paint. Black paint can get expensive nowadays. I mean, Amorite's £16 for half a litre. And I've used nearly half a litre now, I think. How much? No, 250 millilitres I've used already. And I haven't painted so much. So I got some half a litre for a £5 from B&M. So that's good value. That's had a couple of coats. This is a good example of why car parts are being used in this diesel bike build. That wheel's now cost me about, including paint and carrots, about £2. And the front wheels cost me £55. So that's a price difference in car parts and bike parts. So further things, welding. Now I already have a welder, 115 Clark. That will do 2.5mm rod. So now what I've welded 4mm rod before using that welder. And what I did was I got another welder, borrowed one, and ran them both in parallel. Basically, plugged them into separate supplies, separate circuits, separate ring mains, and then joined the two positive cables into the same striker, and then you've got double the current. So you can take two cheap welders and combine them and give them the power of a large expensive welder. So we're looking out to buy another cheap welder, and this one came up very cheap on Facebook. And then when I've gone to pick it up, it's actually, I would say, a medium-sized welder. I could only just carry it. I could only get it just on board the XJ, get it in my massive bag and ride it home on my XJ 900S in a thunderstorm. But it was worth the pain of going to get it. So it is a SIP 140. I'll have to look it up. Now when I got it, this plug wasn't terminated correctly. Quite difficult to terminate that because it was 2.5mm cable. And now for some reason it had a 3A fuse in it. So I wonder if whoever sold me it didn't know anything about fuses, and they've been putting 3A fuses in it. And it's been blowing them, so they've thought, oh, it's a dead one, so that's why it was so cheap. So I've re-terminated it, put a 13A fuse in it. I don't know if you can see re-terminated these cables here. The wires were 30 foot long. I think it'd been used for welding up truck trailers or something. So I cut the cables down to about 8 foot, stripped the cable bare, and I got some 15mm copper pipe, cut some lengths off, 2 or 3 inch, pushed the cable into the copper pipe, and then hammered the copper pipe flat, drilled a hole in it, mounted it in there, re-terminated it there. Can we see that? Yeah, I think you've got it there. Re-terminated that. So I've got a welder. Fantastic. I don't think I'll have to parallel this one with my other one for a 4mm rod. I might do, but then again, I might not. I mean, even the cost of this welder, my other welder, the Strikers, gone to pieces. I'm actually using a bloody pair of mole grips as a striker. So this one's got a proper industry quality striker on it now. I priced these up. These are 10 quid. And it comes with a spare one. So I've got 20 quid's worth of strikers. The welder didn't even cost me that much. So I've got a bargain here. So excellent. Also, we're talking to a mate today, and he's downsizing, and he's offered me a pillar drill. So it's the workshop's all coming together. See you next time.